coming. We're Tinney Chapel, United Methodist Church. It's a quintessential country church.
Amen.
Just south of town. And it's so good to see you again. And it's so good for me to sing again.
It is.
Because I'm practicing my funeral hymn.
You won't be singing that day.
I'll be humming. Okay? So just turn to the next page. I have to practice this one that I grew up with. My dad.
I've done that before.
It's like Patricia. But my dad didn't sing a whole lot. He had a few. I had a brother named Danny, so he liked old Danny Boy, and he liked In the Garden. So the very few songs that my dad ever sang, this was one of them.
97.
Which way? Okay, can we back up to number 41? Page 41. This is a favorite. I work in a prison ministry right outside of town here, and this is their favorite song. It is. I'll fly away. Some glad morning when the sun is over, I'll fly away to a home
victory in Jesus for more.
44? Turn to the right. Couple pages to 44. 44.
That's right. Thank you, George. Yeah, 44. There we go.
I heard an old story, how a Savior came from glory. How he came to find on Calvary to save a wretch like me. I heard about his glory, how his precious love not from me. And I repented of my sins and won the victory. Oh, victory in Jesus, my Savior forever. He sought me and bought me with his redeeming blood. He loved me ere I knew him, and all my love is to him. He plunged me to victory beneath the cleansing flood. I heard about his healing, of his cleansing power revealing. How he made the lame to walk again, and caused the blind to see. And then I cried in Jesus, come and heal my broken spirit. And somehow Jesus came and brought me the victory. Amen. Can I rest?
You can rest.
Now.
Good afternoon. Let's get rid of this. I'm glad that you guys were able to join us this afternoon. I'd like to call up my assistant to help me tell you guys a story. She is here of her own free will. It might not look like it, but she did have a choice. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is prayer and how hard it is, how people feel that it is hard to pray. But I'm going to show you a way that should make it more simple. So, Allie, I want you to take your hands like this, put them together, and put them in front of you. Anybody ever seen people pray like this before? Put their hands like this? Okay. Here's what I want you to think about. If you look at her hands, look at the finger, I guess it's a thumb. The thumbs are closest to her. The thumbs are pointing at her. So, when you pray, the first person you should pray about are the people that are close to you. That could be the people in your home. It could be your neighbor. It could be your kiddos, your parents, anybody that you feel like is close to you. And then, let's look at this next finger. This is the pointer finger. The pointer finger points out to other people. So who is the next ring in your circle of people you care about? If the first one was the people that are really close to you, then the next one might be people that you go to church with, It could be people that you live here with. It could be Miss Pat, who comes here on a regular basis, who you know, maybe not related by blood, although you could be, but somebody who you know cares about you. The next set here, I'm going to tell you what I told some folks this morning. This next finger, this middle finger, symbolizes or reminds us to pray for the government and our leaders. So keep that in mind because they need our help as well. After the middle finger, the next set of people this will remind you to pray for are this ring finger. What can you think? What can you say about that ring finger? It's not very strong, is it? Nope. The ring finger, for most of us, is the weakest finger. So this finger will remind you to pray for those that are weaker than you are, or people who are sick or need some kind of help. And finally, look at this little bitty set of fingers down here. Who remembers what those what those little fingers are called? That's right, the pinky finger. Miss Kathy, you get a cookie. The pinky finger is the little finger. And that reminds us that compared to God, we are little. So the next time it's time to sit down and pray and you think, I just can't think of anything to say, remember this. You've got the people closest to you, the people that are around you that you're pointing to, the government and our leaders, the weaker people, the people that need help, and then the little person, which is ourselves. So why don't we bow our heads and say a quick prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us all here today to celebrate you. Please remind us that we don't have to have perfect words to pray. We just have to remember the example of our hands, praying for other people, those around us, our government leaders, people who are weak and in need, and finally ourselves. We ask this in thy name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. David, would you like to sing a few more?
Okay.
That one? That one?
Do you want your podium back?
No, I'll try it without a podium, seeing it's so weakly. Okay, we're going to sing Because He Lives, and it's on page 99. Page 99, and I know that one.
99.
Everybody got it? God sent His Son, they call Him Jesus. Close.
4.
Number 4, that's at the front of the book. Close the book and go 4 forward. Okay? Sweet, sweet spirit, number 4. 4.
Take this one. Wait a minute.
Let's wait, let's see where we are. We have all got it?
Not yet.
Hold on. Anybody need more time? This is an appropriate closing song. Sweet, sweet spirit in this place, and I know it's the spirit of the Lord. There are sweet expressions on each face, and I know in the presence of the Lord. Sweet Holy Spirit, sweet Holy God, stay right here with us, filling us with your love. And for these blessings, we lift our hearts in praise. Without a doubt, we'll know that we have been revived when we shall leave this place. There are blessings I've received. Till you know Him in His fullness and believe. You're the one to offer when you say, I am going to walk with Jesus all the way. Sweet Holy Spirit, sweet Heavenly God, stay right here with us, filling us with your love. And for these blessings, we lift our hearts in praise. Without a doubt, we'll know that we have been revived, and we shall leave this place. And the last one, Pat. If you say He's saved you from your sin, now you're weak, you bound and cannot enter in. You can make it right if you will yield. You'll enjoy the Holy Spirit that we feel. Sweet Holy Spirit, sweet Heavenly God, stay right here with us, filling us with your love. And for these blessings, we lift our hearts in praise. Without a doubt, we'll know that we have been revived when we shall leave this place. Amen.
Ready to go?
Okay, close it up.
Why don't we close in prayer? Dear Lord, thank you for Miss Pat and her gift of music. Thank you for the folks that brought us all here today to join in celebration of you and your love for us. Remind us that you love each and every one of us. Help us to be examples to those around us of your unfailing grace and mercy and forgiveness. We ask this in thy name. Amen.
Amen and amen.
Would say these would be back in 3 months, but you switched with Pine Street, so,
We did.
yeah. And you switched because y'all had something happening.
Okay, so we don't know what it
You
is.
switched to with Pine Street, I think you're coming in 2 months.
2 months on the 3rd.
Then we'll be back in 2 months. Somebody tell Melba.
Yeah, y'all, further.
Okay.
Sounds good.
He lives out of town.
He worked in cooking.